G'day, Adrian here for Wollongong TV. Today I'm joined by Carol from a group called The Gift. Welcome, Carol.
Hi, how are you?
I'm really good. Thanks for coming on the show. Why don't you tell everyone about The Gift and how it all come about, what it is and things like that. How did it start?
Okay, well GIFT stands for Great Illawarra Food Train, and it came about by myself going through really tough times.
Yeah.
And being supported by Wollongong Emergency Family Housing.
Gotcha.
They helped me through a really tough time, got me back on my feet.
Yeah.
And after I established myself again and was doing really well, I wanted to be able to thank them and do something in return for everything they've done for me.
Yeah.
So I decided one of the difficult things that I had to go through was putting food on my kids' tables. So I thought the best way to help was ask people for food. And it was a simple thing. I just started a Facebook page, put my story out there in a few words,
Yeah.
and just appeal to people's good sides. And
Fantastic.
go into your cupboards, give a little bit of food, and it'll really help
Okay.
the less fortunate.
All right, so you've obviously come from a position where your background gave you, I guess, this insight, and then you felt a need to share that with everyone else. So you've started up a Facebook group. It's called The Gift. If everyone wants to get onto Facebook, they can go and become a fan.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And I got to meet you over Christmas, and I was put onto you by a friend of mine, and was telling me about all your good work. I went onto the page and liked it, and then I grabbed some Christmas gifts because I've got 3 boys. So
Yes. Wonderful gifts.
we grabbed some gifts and we took them down to you and said, can you give these to families that are less fortunate?
Yes.
But it's not just gifts, which is why we're here today. It's about food, as you said, and things like that. So obviously gifts is one thing, but you mentioned food. And can you tell, firstly, what types of food can people donate and where does it go?
Okay. The types of food people can donate is basically pantry foods, long life foods. So milks, cereals, especially canned foods,
Yep.
canned meals. Simply just due to storage issues, we can't really take fresh fruit and vegetable, though I would absolutely love to.
Yep.
I think that's the most essential part of it. But at least donating the pantry foods and the everyday foods, that frees up money to be able to go and buy the fresh foods for the families.
Gotcha. Okay,
Yeah.
and where does it go? Who gets the food?
It goes to the clients of Wollongong Emergency Family Housing.
Yep.
They've at one stage either lost their home through being unable to pay their mortgage or just various struggles.
Sure.
And they've been housed by Wollongong Emergency Family Housing. So they've all gone through the assessment, and it helps the mums, the dads and the kids.
Yeah, because I guess, we all take a lot of our lives for granted, right? But there are people out there that are doing it tough. There's not many, I guess, people to turn to in such a difficult situation. So, and what you're doing is such a fantastic thing for the community. I really respect it, and a lot of people speak so highly of you and what you're doing. These families must be just so grateful to have someone like you who's taken the initiative to, I guess, give them this gift, right?
Well, that's why I came up with that name particularly, because I know if someone handed me a whole bunch of food through my struggles, it would have made life a lot easier for me. I think the biggest shock for me was how easy I came on hard times.
Yeah.
I was just living a normal life, working hard, and then I gave birth to my son with his terminal heart condition and his disability, and he was in hospital for 7 months. That took away my work, it took away my ability to provide for my children. My partner, my son's father, left, so all of a sudden I'm a single mum living on a pension, unable to pay my bills. And I just remember thinking, wow, if this can happen to me, it can absolutely happen to anybody at any time. So it's
What an amazing story.
The stigma of people living in housing commissions or homeless, they're homeless. A lot of people, I think, have the opinion that they've put themselves in that situation, they've made bad choices, but really it's just a series of unfortunate events a lot of the time that can lead you to that position.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so where can people send their donations to? So obviously I've mentioned your Facebook page, which is The Gift, and it's an acronym, right?
Yes.
GIFT, right?
Great Illawarra Food Train.
Great Illawarra Food Train, fantastic. All right, so they can go on the Facebook page and like it. And then where do they send the food to?
How it originally started was I go around and I collect the food.
Right.
Basically, just to try and make it as simple for everybody as possible. Basically, as simple as going into your cupboard, getting out a whole heap of food and arranging a time for me to come and collect it.
Yeah.
So I usually do great big rounds around the Illawarra and collect as much as I can and take it straight to emergency housing.
Yep.
And then from there it goes into the food storage shed and then straight onto people's tables.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so there's several ways. You can either take the food to Wollongong Emergency Family Housing in Kenny Street personally.
Yep.
Also now they have the homeless hub on
Yes.
Crown Street, which
Okay.
is I think about 30 metres down from Spotlight there on Crown Street.
Yeah, yep.
They're always needing food, always needing food for their homeless people there.
Or people can contact you via
Contact
Facebook?
me via Facebook
Yeah.
and I will absolutely happily come and collect it from you.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Carol, you're a wonderful individual, beautiful human being.
Thank you.
I'm sure the community will be so grateful for what you're doing, and I really want to thank you for coming on the show. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So there you go, guys. Adrian here for Wollongong TV. See you on the next show.